G-Shock Jet Ski Pro Tour 2016. Brought to you by Thai Denmark Fresh Milk, Tourism Authority of Thailand, Sea-Doo Watercraft, Sports Authority of Thailand. As we move to round number 2 in the province Prachuap Khiri Khan, into the beaches we go. The winds are blowing pretty heavily here, as we're only going 3 motos here because of the condition of the water. Very choppy, very dangerous. Out of the whole shot is Natagon, as you can see there on board his camera. Look at how the wake and choppy the water is. Needs to hold on a little bit. 244 for Natagon in the lead as he passes the grandstand. The current reigning champion from Thailand, followed by Tushi from Japan in second overall right now. Once again, we look at on board of Natagon's camera as he takes the checkered flag for Moto number 1. As we start Moto number 2, Natagon once again leading the pack in this Moto. A lot of people don't know that Natagon does not like seawater. He does not like the choppy, wavy water. It's really difficult for him. But showing great form once again, coming in first in a Moto number 2 for Natagon. You can see the on board asking for hands from his fans. In the final Moto, Natagon once again showing great form in these rough waters, as Tushi in second position. Not a problem again for Natagon. Great performance. As you can see, there's sportsmanship between those two. The results after round number 2 for the Pro-Am Ski GP. Oh, look at that. Tushi is in the lead right now overall with 113. Kylie Elmers overall in second with 12 and 17 points behind the lead right now. In third is Natagon. Before we go to the championship round, let's take a look at round number 3 in Yaletown province. More calmer waters right here, but the winds are picking up a little bit. We are going motor number 1 through 4 here for you. Once again, we're going to keep an eye on Natagon once again. Number 244 looking back just to make sure nobody's behind him, leading the pack. Let's see where Tushi would be. Usually he's in second position, always pressuring Natagon, the rider from Thailand, the reigning champion. Where is Tushi? But here comes out of nowhere is Kylie Elmers for this round, as Tushi drops to third position, giving an opportunity for that man right there, number 244, to creep up in the overall standings a little bit. The results after round number 3 for the Pro-Am Ski GP. Tushi with 161 points overall, and look at that right there. Natagon only 5 behind, moved up in second overall, as Kylie drops to third with 7 points behind the leader from Japan. And we go to the championship round, the final round, round number 4 in Phetchaburi province. Back to the beaches we go. And look at the weather here. The weather looks pretty nice, but the winds are pretty strong. We are getting ready for motor number 1 here. This is the championship round, the final round of the tour. We want to keep an eye once again on those two. Number 141, that's Tushi from Japan. And Natagon all the way on the left side from Thailand. And Kylie Elmers will be out of the race due to craft problems. She'll be watching it from the beach for round number 4, or moto number 1. As they head out into the whole shot, you can see how heavy the waves are as red flag comes out, and looks like on the far right, as you can see there, that's Toshi jump starting just a little bit ahead of everybody, a little bit too anxious. He will be called back. Now this could hurt him just a little bit. This is, like I said earlier, it is the championship round. So now it's gonna put him at a disadvantage. As Natagon takes off quickly, he knows he has that slight edge. And here comes Toshi from Japan. Natagon on the left side. And look at that wave. You know how hard and how choppy the water is. On the far upper left there, that's Natagon hitting into the turn. Number 244, the reigning champion in this category. Pretty far back there as Toshi from Japan. He will need to make a way in. If you're on the far right side of the line, you have an opportunity to come in a little quicker as you hit into the straight buoy. On the outside line, there it is, right there is Toshi. We wouldn't even know who is in the lead once they get a little closer. Natagon edging out as Toshi far behind. About 2 buoys apart now is Natagon from Toshi, the overall second position. Nicely riding, holding on real tight but moving closer. Going into the backstretch area of the course right now. Still in the lead is Natagon. And look at who is right there next to him. That is Toshi. Nicely done, but look at how, oh, and the hits the wave too hard. And Natagon falls off his craft, giving an opportunity for Toshi to take over that lead. And he's smiling, just like the picture. But Natagon is able to get back on his craft and see if he can finish off the Moto. Let's take a look at the replay right here a little bit. As you can see right there in front of you, hits the wake a little bit too hard, loses angle and balance, falls off the craft, As you see, they're on board, hits the wake, whips a little bit too far to the left and falls off the craft. 141, that's Toshi. Happily looking back just to double check where Natagon is as he takes the checkered flag for Moto number 1. He likes it. Very happy with his craft right now, doing a great job as Natagon takes the checkered flag for Moto number 2. Second position in Moto number 1. We will move to Moto number 2 of the final round, the championship round. Natagon will be on the inside of the line as Toshi will take the outside of the line. In position standings right now, overall, the gap is closing very small for Natagon, so he will really need to do a great performance right here. And on board his camera, there he goes, Natagon. Look at how fast he's going and how choppy the water is out here in the ocean. As they head on into the turn, once again, Natagon will be on the inside and Toshi will be on the outside of the line. Natagon will need to place very high to give him a chance in the overall standings, because he is only 5 points behind the overall leader. That is Toshi right there as they hit in front of the grandstand. But right now, Natagon leading the way. Second is Toshi from Japan, the Samurai. But don't count Tushy out just yet. He has a very, very quick and fast craft. Once again, we're looking at on board the craft of Nantakon. Could be slowing down just a little bit. And like I said, here come Tushy from behind, trying to catch up with Nantakon. Nantakon looks like he's kind of a little slowing down. His craft is not working too well. Let's see if we can hold him off. Hitting into the option right now. Those two right there head to head. Tushy on the outside. On the right side of him. Nantakon slowing down just a little bit in the turn. As the options they pick, Nantakon on the outside. Tushy from Japan will be taking the inside of the line. Still holding second is Tushy from Japan. Nantakon, hopefully he can hold off Tushy. These two have been going at it for the entire tour. And Tushy number 141. Craft just stalled out from out of nowhere. Tushy, this is not good for him at all, opening the gates for Nantakon. If Nantakon can finish this race, he will be in good position, as Tushy will be out of this moto. The current leader, Nantakon, still in the water. I know he has to be pleased with the situation right now. Tushy from Japan not looking too happy. He knows that he just opened the door way open for Nantakon. As the checkered flag goes to that man right there, number 244. Nantakon from Thailand, the reigning champion in this category. As his teammate congratulate Nantakon on a great performance for Moto number 2. Let's take a look at the standings here after 2 motos. Nantakon coming in first for Moto number 2 overall with 113 points. And Tushy, even though his craft broke down, he still accumulated 48 points because the entire field was only 5 riders, so he's still up in contention with only 5 points behind the leader. We'll be right back with Moto number 3.